Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 402 of the Maritime Paintball Podcast, coming to you live from CHSR 97.9 FM and Facebook and YouTube and Twitch. My name is Brad O'Dell, and with me as always is...
Your king of paintball.
There he is.
Let's not jinx ourselves. Everything's working beautiful tonight.
Shut up, you jinxed it.
Yep, I know.
Yep.
That's half the fun. Oh yeah, I love a little chaos in my life, and there's nothing like hanging out with me that causes problems. Ladies and gentlemen, listening in Radio Land, this is, as far as we know, the only radio show dedicated to the fine sport of paintball. We also dedicate it to men's mental health, people's mental health, delicious sandwiches, and just a little bit of traveling.
Speaking of which, I have to send you a YouTube channel. It's a guy who does weekly sandwiches throughout history.
My man.
Yeah.
This week's episode, because we are 1 week away from the greatest party in paintball in all of Canada. Brought to you by the Tipman Challenge at D-Day Commando Action Center this week, next weekend, the 2nd. That's where the party's going to be at. We're going to be there. We're hoping everybody who's willing to come out and throw some paint at me, you're going to be there. But tonight, we have the most awesome guests I could ever ask for. These fine folks have decided that they're going to put us up on the 23rd and come party with them at NME. We have the phenomenal Webbers. Yeah. We have some champions. We have other people that I don't know, and I'm going to know them eventually, and that's going to be so much more fun. It's going to be awkward no matter what I do. So welcome to our happy little house, everybody.
How are you?
Ooh,
Thank
I
you.
like that.
Thank you.
I like that. Our happy little house. I like that.
Well, my house is a happy household.
Our happy little house. Our rambunctious little radio station.
My cat's around somewhere. I'm sure he'll come
our
visit.
sexy stream.
It's true. It's true. So we have brought these fine folks here because we're going to be partying with them, like I said, in Kirkfield, Ontario, for their 1v1 Joust, which is a wicked idea. So please tell us a little bit about what this event is that you're throwing for another occasion. There's something else going on that's kind of note that weekend, but
we'll get to that. Well, first I want to introduce the gang. Dylan here is a champion from last year. We have his wife Laura. We have Ashley, Don, and my best friend Brent.
Fantastic. I've already forgotten everybody's name.
That's fine. They've all helped build NME with me over the last 2 years, so you'll be partying with them on the 22nd.
Fantastic.
So yeah, the Joust. It's a cool format that Hormesis introduced a year or two ago, I think.
Yeah, about there.
It's one-on-one style, but with teams. So we have a 30-player limit, so it'll be 15 on 15. Each team sends one player on. Winner scores a point. Loser goes off the field. The winner stays on the field. And then the losing team sends a new player on. So it's fast, in-your-face, one-on-one paintball.
I love it.
Tiny little field. It's speedball. So I think the field dimensions are like 40 by 80. So that with 16 bunkers, it's fast, intense, in-your-face paintball. So it'll be a really fun day. We got food trucks. We got prizes for the longest kill streak. We got prizes for the MVP, whoever scores the most points throughout the day. We got some raffles. It's going to be a big party. It's going to be a really good time.
Fantastic.
We actually changed our flights because originally we were what was it? We were going to have to get up at. By get up, I mean we were just not going to go to bed.
One of us wasn't going to sleep. The
Yeah.
guy that doesn't drink wasn't going to sleep, and we were just gonna ball all day, party until I think I had figured it was going to be like 2 in the morning, and then we were going to get in the car, drive back to Toronto, jump on the flight, and come home. And then we started getting messages from Miss Weber, and we kind of went, "So that flight." We're just gonna bump that a day, and damn the torpedoes, because I might not drink, but I also don't want to go and get lit up by these guys and then drag my sorry self to get to a flight to have to rush.
Yeah, it was doable, but I've done it, but I was like, can we just change the flights? Like, what's it going to cost? And I think we ended up saving money by changing the flights.
Flying out on Sunday for sure. Yeah,
that makes sense.
Cheaper.
How long is your flight here?
It's 2 hours one way and a little less the other way.
Yeah, it's like hour and a half when you hit the jet stream, like and then it's like 2
Yeah.
hours when you got to fight it. So,
Oh yeah.
So it's not bad. We'll be there. We'll hopefully be there early afternoon. We'll be there for just late lunch. By the time we get ourselves out of the airport and get in the car and make our way there,
which means we're going to arrive, and I expect. No, I'm just kidding. But if somebody could have a beer ready, that'd be great.
Oh yeah, cold.
Yeah, yeah.
No problem. You guys are coming in Friday or Saturday though?
Friday.
Friday,
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
because
Coming in Friday.
the tournament's
Saturday.
Saturday. Yeah, because
And
we
then
get there Friday, spend the
Sunday's
night.
recovery.
We're gonna stumble out of the RV
Yeah.
with
RV for our not sponsor, RV Easy guys. I'm telling you, this is I'm like
you know what? I'm thinking we might need to talk to them because we're gonna revolutionize traveling for paintball. Because
Oh, it's
why
great. We've
drag
used
it?
them before.
I didn't know that them delivering it was an option.
Yep.
Yep.
They do everything. It's a great little app. We've
Yep.
used it before for the OPL tournaments down in London.
Yeah. Well, that's what
It
Mrs.
makes it
Weber
so easy.
said. She goes, just get RV Easy, man. I'm like, that's.
They
why
literally
you do
deliver
this.
a hotel room.
Yeah.
Not
When
that
the gig
Pretty
age-
much. Exactly.
Yeah, it is.
Hotel room. And,
Yeah. Except
wheels.
it's there. You don't have to drive.
And that's the only thing I was
Yeah.
kind of grumbling about that because of D-Day. I'm like, damn, I should have just done that because
Womp womp.
Jinxed
Well,
it.
perfect.
You know what?
I
If
said I
that's our
should've just
only
done that.
technical difficulty, I'm happy.
Yeah,
Oh, there'll be
we're
more.
good. We're
we're
good.
good.
I promise there'll be more. Brad, do something while I sort this problem out.
I am. I'm laughing. Yeah. So like,
So where do you guys stay for D-Day? Is it
we
like
so there's
hotel
a traditionally we would stay at the Travelodge because like full disclosure, I love transparency. Commando Action Center covers our costs to go to this event because I MC and Tom is my emotional support human who keeps me from
That's
Yeah, like he keeps me from slapping people. Because it's funny, we both laugh because if I'm out and about and I'm trying to get something done and somebody's talking to me and like I love my fans when somebody comes up, hey, I love the podcast, it's great, that's amazing, but like if I have wires in my hands and you're talking to me, I'm busy, but I'm also too polite to tell you I'm busy, and Tom will see a look in my eye and he'll just kind of like come up, scoop the person away.
That's good to have. It's good to keep
He's
him around.
fantastic at that, and so we traditionally would stay at the Travelodge because Commando gets a deal through there. So we would stay at the Travelodge. It's about a 10-15 minute drive to the field back and forth. Realistically, not that big of a deal. It does come into a bit of an issue when they have things like the players after party, or if like everybody's going somewhere else to eat. So then we have to drive back to the hotel, get cleaned up, and then drive somewhere else, then drive back to the hotel and drive. So
I'm putting a bounty out on whoever will bring me hash browns. Like
Oh,
someone
yeah.
go to the homestead at that hotel and you bring me some hash browns and I will love you forever. I
Yeah,
will
the
compensate
homestead-
somebody somehow.
the Homestead restaurant at the Travelodge East Ottawa, or Ottawa East, has like this like garlic oil that they put on their hash browns, and yeah, we'll pay money for someone to bring us an order of that.
Oh, you're giving Mel ideas right now. I see her.
Taking notes.
She's taking notes.
Oh yeah. Like
browns.
they'll tell you how they make it or they'll tell you the quantities. They gave us the recipe once, but I was in no shape to write anything down.
Are they those little? Are they the little triangle ones?
No, it's little
They're just
cubes.
like-
It's little cubes, cubed potatoes.
With big chunks of onion
Oh.
and like garlic,
There you
and
go.
it's just. And I ended up ordering a second. I ate one on the way to the field Saturday morning, and then about halfway through the day, I went into my cooler and I had a second one that I had ordered.
We
And I was so happy.
we got up
Just
in the
ripped
morning.
Out of her. I'm just like, this is so good.
We got up in the morning while we were
Hours.
getting our stuff ready. Tom called
We had
down
time
and
for
ordered a
breakfast.
double order. Was just like, yeah, can I get this to go? And we literally staggered out, grabbed the double order, zipped into Tim Hortons, grabbed a coffee and a muffin because that is the meal of champions for a paintball game, coffee and a
Yeah,
muffin,
yeah.
and then booked it to the field because I had to be on stage to MC the event. So like it was like, oh, we
Yeah.
gotta go.
Yeah.
Good food at events is super important, and
Yeah.
Melissa puts her heart and soul into organizing and putting the menus together every week. I cook it, but she absolutely pours her heart and soul.
I'm blown
putting
away.
a
Yeah,
good
because I
menu
get
together
jealous every week I
for
see
our
that menu.
members and for different events. It's a big
You guys
thing.
are so lucky.
Food is important.
It's amazing. I'm blown away at just the phrase, the menu at the event.
I've only seen one
It is
other
a
place
menu.
that has a menu.
She does it
And,
every week. She does a different one, and we have a good spread. And
Yeah.
And like, food is important to make
How
sure
do
you have good food.
How
Hamburgers,
do you
hot
guys
dogs are good,
play
but-
though? Like I seen a couple photos where it was like somebody in full speedball gear during a scrim day. So and he was thin, so I'm assuming like snake player.
Yeah, I feel discriminated.
But like the man was walking away with 2 chili dogs, and I was like, how?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
How is he going to eat 2 chili dogs and then
So actually,
die.
One in each hand.
Morgan,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's what I was wondering.
Figure it out, man.
We actually addressed that recently because the scrim days we used to start them at 10, and then we'd serve lunch around noon, and the play would just
Yeah.
die off by like 1, 2 o'clock.
yeah, because you're
Everybody's
full
so
of chili
full.
dog.
Everybody would be full.
Dude, yeah, I get you.
So yeah,
And the
so we
food's
changed
so
our
good.
scrim, like we changed the time. We run at 11 now, and then we serve lunch at like what 2:30,
2:33.
3 o'clock.
There we
But the
go.
grill
There
at
we
like
go.
2.
Drop off time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a later lunch, but everybody gets to play a little bit more. And
Yeah.
you said they went
Because,
through. We went through way more food last weekend too, though,
Yeah.
right, didn't we?
You're working them
They
harder.
burn more
Yeah.
energy.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
yeah.
Playing more rounds.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Last weekend was pea meal on a bun. I think this Saturday it's steak on a bun. I think. So you said.
We have Mama K that comes to the street ball event here in Moncton, and when Mama K comes to town, I love watching all that. I've said it before. I love watching the young lads, and they all run up and they order all these carbs, and they're slamming 4 and 5 slices of pizza in. They're drinking pop, and then you see the old guys, grizzled, sitting over there going, "I'm gonna have an Activia." Then I run over to Mama K's truck. I'm like, "Yo, Mama, can you put one of those big Parmageddon?" She makes this great big chicken parm sandwich, fries, the works. I'm like, "Can you just wrap one of those suckers up and put it aside for me?" And I'll come by at the end of the tournament. At the end of the day, I'm all shot up and beat up, and I grab my sandwich and stagger to the truck. I go eat that in shame.
I
don't
love
wanna
that
sit there.
term, Parmageddon.
Parmageddon,
I've
that's
never
right.
heard that. That's a good
The
one.
Parmageddon is so
Good
good.
name for a veal sandwich shop.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Oh,
So
God,
good.
Don't tease it. I would totally have that as a veal burn. The
Yeah.
suffering will make it taste
Oh, man.
better.
Yep. Yep. You can taste
I'm
the suffering.
Sorry. Veal parm
Mel
is just one of
Mel
those
just told
things
me
I
that we
love.
have veal parm at the Joust. So.
There you go.
Yeah. And like
You'll have a veal.
Yeah,
think you
yeah,
should
die.
veal.
I'm gonna die. That's it.
Yeah.
I'll take the shots. I'll take the beatings, but I'm going to eat as much as I'm offered because, good Lord, you don't eat like that anywhere else.
You know what? The
Maybe.
Joust is you guys might do pretty well. Like it's during an NXL weekend, so a lot of like the heavy hitters here that play.
You might do well. The really good players aren't going to be there.
Yeah, they won't be here.
Your champion's like,
yeah, right. Yeah.
what? What are you doing?
Well, you know
here?"
what I mean.
I know
I've been calling people too.
They came last year.
Yeah, the Sea Dogs were there last
Yeah,
year.
the Rosardos were there last year.
The Sea Dogs.
Yeah, some of the Rosardos came to last year's
cool.
Joust.
Semi-pro.
Nice.
And
Yeah.
Oh,
they're
cool.
phenomenal players, right?
Nice.
So,
We've mentioned it to a few people to come on out and to party with us because it's going to be an amazing party.
Yeah,
And
just
those of you who are just joining us here on 97.9 CHSR in Fredericton, beautiful Fredericton here on Thursday night, this is the Maritime Paintball Podcast and Radio Show. Brought to you by the Joust at NME, the 23rd of the weekend of the 23rd of June. I would love to see that all those slots filled up. I heard there's only 30 spots, and it's getting full. I saw it's starting.
yeah, we have about 10 left. You got to get in. If you want in, now's the time. 'Cause
These guys, I want to see some grumpy people out there. Love to see some of those lads. I'm trying to get some nightmares out there. Just somebody to come out and join us to bring the party. I don't drag myself out of New Brunswick very often, except for Ontarians to come party with you guys. So it's got to be done.
Trust me,
you play,
it'll
you
be
play
worth.
with grumpy old men? Is that you say grumpy?
yeah.
We are honorary members of the Grumpy Old Men. They were wonderful. They put us up last year at the Grumpy Shack, and that's why we say that it's the second. This is the other best meal I've ever had.
They literally they had a menu. So the Grumpies have their own like shack at D-Day where they cook their own meals and everything. And last year they put the menu on the sleeve of the jersey so that no one would forget what was for dinner.
Pina coladas, strawberry daiquis, mags.
Yeah.
That's
It was Margs. It was absolutely to die for to walk into that shed. I couldn't stay in the shed because bad things would have happened
Yeah.
and did. But
But yeah, it's great.
so we've invited them. I mean, I just invite whoever the heck I want to wherever the heck I want. I'm going to go. So if you all want to come party, come party.
I think I met a few of them. I think they played
Fantastic guys. Every one of them are just wonderful, wonderful folks. They've always they've put us up a couple times now and tolerated me wandering around in a haze. So they keep inviting us back. So kinda. And hopefully we get to host them soon. I'd really like to have them come down and visit.
I'd love to have them down to the East Coast. I want more people to come to the East. We do have fields worth traveling for now.
We do.
I know. I want to make it out there. I think we're going to try to come to one of the, like, is it Moncton? Moncton does a...
They do a street ball event pretty regularly.
Yeah.
Which is...
I had to hawk them at the next ad break, but we'll get to Moncton Paintball, one of our fantastic sponsors in the home of the King's Forest. That's my home field, so... We'll get to them later on, though, in a little bit, but they are hosting one, and we'd love to have you because the street ball events are always fun. I like that idea of just throwing a bunch of people together and letting them battle it out to see who's got bragging rights at the end of the weekend.
Yep,
exactly. Well, Dilly's one of the champions from our street ball last year.
Yeah.
Oh, you should have brought your prize.
Can I see Ginge versus Ginge?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I want to see a beard off.
I've already won.
Beard off. You gotta get a girl.
No. Yeah, you still got your beard.
Thing is, when you see me in person, the camera hides a lot of it. When you see me in person, it is not this deep of a red. There's actually a lot of gray mixed into it.
It's grayed up a little bit. That's like the cost of having children. Dude.
Yeah. I have exactly 13 months worth of gray hair has formed into my beard. So, but yeah, the grays are coming. That's fine. I'm turning into a wizard. That's what I'm telling everybody.
Well, embrace it. I'm starting to get grays in my beard.
Men don't get old. We gain character.
Yeah, you look distinguished, right?
Exactly. Or is pleased at the thought of having a wizard on the payroll.
I've already got the crow's feet of a 55-year-old, so I mean, I'm almost there. So the Joust. Let's talk a little bit about the Joust because it's a 1v1 tournament, but let's expand on that because let's be honest, the Joust is more than just the paintball game. Because you summed it up pretty quick. You said it's a player goes on, whichever player wins stays on, just rinse and repeat until everybody. How many times does everybody play? Is it just one? I
didn't really get too specific. So it's an hour-long match, and we're pretty relaxed about how we run things. We don't want to have anybody feeling rushed and like missing points, but there's about 20 seconds between the points. So most points were under a minute, right?
Oh, I think most of them
we're under
20, 30 seconds.
I mean, it'd be 1v1. It can't be a very long match.
Yeah, exactly. It's very, very quick. And as soon as one match ends, like another player sprints onto the start box and the winning player goes back to his, and it's another point real fast.
Cool.
So I think the scores were something like 50s, somewhere in the 50s, like each team. So we were probably playing about 100 matches over the course of an hour.
Yeah, there was a lot.
Yeah.
How many teams?
So you'll have your roster.
It's 2 teams?
You'll have your roster on 15.
100
and you'll just go down the list. Right? So
that's awesome.
Make sure you stretch.
Yeah, pretty much. I think we had 2 timeouts that we allowed.
Yeah,
or
two timeouts, and then there was the kill card.
Yeah, you have like a trump card that the general, whoever's running the team, can pull. So say Dylan's on like a kill streak, he's won like 3 or 4 in a row, and I know that he's coming up against like 3 or 4 weaker players. I might decide to be like, okay, you know what, I'm going to throw the trump card down, kill Dylan immediately, so he's off the field, and they have to send a new guy on.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
They did use that.
Yeah,
they did use that.
They used that on me last year.
Yeah.
Because I was on a.
You got like 9.
I got 9. I got 9 in a row.
Yeah, he scored like 9 points.
Oof.
Yeah, that was a run, man.
Yeah.
That was a run.
Well,
One of the longest runs, I think.
It was the longest
Yeah.
run. Yeah, I got the kill streak.
Yeah, that's right.
Guess who has to stay another week in Scotia?
Cost was the champ
Austin,
total.
that's right.
Oh, I can't see the comments. The
You
comments.
can't see the comments, but I can.
Yeah.
And Scotia's spending another week. Nice to see you, buddy. I can't wait to see all of our fantastic friends. We've got Miss Webba, SeaTac, Aaron Scott. Who else we got? I see Tyler Alfonso.
Yeah, Tyler.
Oh.
Yeah.
Tyler, okay.
Our very, very fine host for in a couple of weeks, Mr. Pitts. We'll be seeing you soon. AXP's got their big weekend. I'll be seeing those lads there just because I'm fine. I like me airsoft a little bit. Those guys are a lot of fun to hang out with. I don't know who Mike Carter is, but he says hi, Brad.
Oh, what's going on, Mike? How do we sound on the air? Mike, so Mike was my neighbor for like 10 years when I lived with my grandparents.
Aww.
Yeah.
That's
I mean, yeah,
adorable.
honestly.
Hi, Mike.
It's awesome.
Known the guy for
Welcome.
years. It got to the point where his parents would get annoyed because he would sleep in and I wouldn't. And so I would run over from my grandparents' place to their house, and they'd be like at the kitchen window, and all I'd hear is, "He's not up yet." Then I'd go back to my house. Yeah, man, so many hours watching Saturday, like literally, like Disney. Remember when Disney had like Saturday mornings?
Yeah.
Yeah.
One Saturday morning, like that. Yeah, when it was like hosted by the Genie, we used to watch that and play Lego. Sorry, that was like,
You used to play guns in the yard too, so you were doing that when you were a kid too.
well,
As
we
you should.
did that and we used the woods too, because we were in the country. So
Speaking of out in the country, so for those who don't know, NME is a members club. It is a not-for-profit, a registered not-for-profit.
Yes.
It's one of the only that I've ever heard of in paintball. Tell a little more for those who don't know what NME is, other than just a paintball field that a lot of cool people hang out at.
So NME, like you said, it's a not-for-profit paintball club. I think we got about 60 members right now between 3 teams or 3 camps of teams. People pay their membership at the start of the year, and then they come for the whole year. This year was $300. That gets you into all the planned scrimmage days that we do, which I think is 6 or 7.
Yep.
And then all the non-planned days, which is like this season it's been basically every single weekend.
Yeah, you
far,
guys have
yeah.
been, I've seen a
Seriously.
lot of posts from you guys this year. It's awesome.
Yeah, so you buy your membership, you're in for the year. We'll probably run 15 or 20 times throughout the season. Members get great pricing on paint. They get water, which is sponsored by Rob Koss and the OPL, actually. We have club pods. Like, you don't ever need to bring pods to the field. Like, if you're a club member, you just show up and there's buckets of pods for you to take.
The pod economy you don't worry about the pod economy at NME.
No, we're good. Nobody's
pretty
Mel's over there. She's like, I'll kill anybody that steals club pods. No, we have tons of pods, and you know what? We have really good pod runners at the OPL events. So like, we're on the up and up. We're getting more pods.
Pod runners. They are moving up.
Yeah. The pods aren't an issue.
Off those.
that's I see
those
the
guys-
meme all the time of the pod, and then it's oh God, from Lord of the Rings.
Killed the joke.
I've lost it. From Lord of the Rings. He's just like, why shouldn't I keep it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we've all experienced the pod economy at our local fields.
Oh yeah. So
So
members get pods, which is nice. It's nice not having to worry about pods when you come to a club. The lunches, you get food at all the events, which you guys know about. You get discounted entry for like the Joust and the street ball that we do. There's other perks, little club perks, like small things, like you blow a burst disc, like we fix it at the field. There's no charge for it. Small stuff like that.
You do like limited tech service to help everybody.
Yeah, exactly. If you're a member, you don't have to pay anything for stuff like that.
I mean,
that's awesome.
It's such a huge service to provide. Like it's a huge impact that way. But financially, realistic, a burst disc is what, a couple of dollars.
No, like $4. It's
right.
Like whatever.
So
it's a couple bucks, but that's a ruined afternoon of paintball.
No, that's what I mean.
Exactly.
It's
And
something.
really like the goal of the club is to improve the quality of life for the paintball players here in Ontario. So stuff like that, like you pay for a membership to a club, like I feel like that's the kind of thing that a club should do. It should take care of its members. We have loaner guns. Like people show up and they might have a tank that they need or a hopper. It's like every weekend I'm up there with like 4 full setups to loan out. So it really does feel like a club. People sleep over. We have the clubhouse, which you guys will see.
Yeah, excited to see the clubhouse. It's
Like
it's a good vibe. It's a really good vibe.
I love that.
it's all Mel and Dan.
The volunteers. And the players.
Mel says it's all of us, but it's mostly Mel and Dan.
It's the players.
The vibe is
but Boss Mel, I picture her just beating people who just don't get in line real quick. I've seen the extensive rules that she puts up, and I know that every rule that she's put up is there because someone screwed up in the past.
Yeah,
and I feel bad for them because I know that you people do what I would do, and you don't say anything publicly because you're all classy. But when those doors are closed, you savage these people, and I love you for it. Whatever you did to upset Mel.
She's over there dying right now.
Cameras in the cabin?
No, not yet. Not yet.
Live stream.
Not yet. Yeah, thank you. Not yet.
Speaking of which,
what's up?
The live stream we're gonna be streaming from the Joust. We're bringing the portable setup.
Yes, we got the Starlink up there. I hope it works well. It should.
We're gonna wander around with.
Trust me, if we're streaming off the system I'm running on right now in a radio station, we can stream on Starlink.
Okay.
So
we have something special in plan for you guys, and I'm not going to tell you, but when you hopefully it's done by the time you get there, and when you see it, you're going to be like, "This is fucking awesome."
If it's a commentator's booth, I demand Hockey Night in Canada be played as I walk into it.
Commentator's booth, Hockey Night in Canada.
All right.
Okay.
What we can do.
I can't wait. It's going to be just.
I need to go find a really, really tacky sports jacket that I can wear.
Cherry jacket?
No, not
really hot on the neck.
Not that tacky.
Esposito?
Not that tacky. Just tacky enough, and I'm gonna wear it over the jersey. So then when it's like my turn to go up, I'll just be like, "Oh shit, I gotta go." Like, keep the marker like under the desk, ready. Like, let's go. Well, I think
walk around with a big goofy mic with the square thing.
I mean, I was thinking about getting wireless mics and waking up a couple of players.
Oh,
that'd be awesome.
Really cool. That's a good idea.
We'll have to see which ones, though. We'll figure out who we're gonna mic up and which one will be the most entertaining we can.
Which one won't get my account banned?
Yeah.
Speedballers get very, very obscene sometimes. You know how it goes. All paintballs.
Sorry, now I've got the Hockey Night in Canada song stuck in my head.
Same thing. Same. I'm like tempted to go looking for bad sports coats because I know where to get them.
You worked in a classy spot last time.
Yes, which means I know where to get the not classy stuff too. So the Joust coming up. We got so we got Saturday, and then what's going on Sunday? More going on after the tourney? What's going on there?
So Saturday night we have a big party.
Woo, party!
It's my birthday actually on the 21st. I'll turn 40. So Mel has planned a massive party for us this Saturday night.
Oh yeah,
massive,
and,
massive.
The plan is that we party and play paintball all night because we should have lights on the field by then.
Right.
Paintball.
It was supposed to be a surprise. We really wanted to not tell you that we were showing up, but
this thing's way too big.
A secret like
this is way too big for this to be.
It got big real quick, and then I threw that at her, and she's like, "No, like we've got to tell them. It'd be really funny if you just show up, but
it'd be awesome. It would have been awesome.
Yeah, it's still gonna be awesome.
Secret to begin with. She can keep great secrets, but when it comes to surprises for me, she can't keep secrets.
Oh, so she's the kind of person like who buys like Christmas gifts and is just like, you'll never guess what I got you.
She'll get home and she'll be like, "I got you something. You want to know what it is?"
Yeah.
Like,
no,
I do.
I don't. Don't tell me. I would rather drive you crazy because I love surprises. I love walking in and not knowing what's going to happen as if it's a good surprise. I've walked into plenty bad surprises in the last year that I really don't want to do it again. But I can't wait for this.
It's going to be a blast.
Yeah,
also,
I get to fly for paintball. It's the first time, so I'm all excited to get to do that.
So we're partying and playing paintball. So we actually are. We're just going to be balling.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So it's probably a good idea that we that flight.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I forgot that we were playing. I forgot we were playing nightball.
She got food trucks for the night too. I think
and
there's
ice cream truck.
Oh, and so I did brisket, and she said, and an ice cream truck. So there's an ice cream truck.
Okay,
as well.
I have a legitimate question.
Pills, right? Like,
I got
this secured meat. I'm gonna die.
I have so the food truck. So we got brisket. We got an ice cream truck rolling up. So when's the Pepto truck show up? Like
the Pepto truck, is there Pepto sponsorship?
Pepto.
My God, that'd be a great.
I'll put some in their trailer.
I'm gonna try it. That'll be fine.
We should talk to the Grumpy Old Men. That'd be a great team sponsor. Get Pepto to sponsor the Grumpy Old Men. That's amazing. That
Tyler.
sounds. My stomach is excited and terrified for what's going to be coming.
For the Sunday though, you were asking about Sunday. I don't think. I mean, we can.
How dare you demand more, you jerk?
Not demanding more. I'm
giving me symbols over there. She wants to go 4-wheeler riding on Sunday. So we'll take you guys for a rip through the Kawartha Lakes, through some of the trails in our land.
That sounds loud with a lot of bumping.
Oh yeah, it'll be fun.
Oh, you got hemorrhoids?
Maybe I do.
And on that delicious bombshell,
Ugh.
for those
Why did you use delicious?
Tuning in to 97.9 FM CHSR in Fredericton. This is the Maritime Paintball Podcast, brought to you by my home field, Moncton Paintball, where they're going to be throwing one of their wicked street ball events on June 15th. That is going to be 4v4, 5v5. Random people get picked out for teams, and we play some speedball. Starts in the morning, ends in the evening. It's paintball, so it'll start when it starts and it'll end when it ends. Mama Kay is going to be there feeding everybody. Paint is reasonably priced, which is awesome for the Maritimes. Moncton, when he does street ball, he's really not out. He's not out to make a lot of money. The man is out to grow the sport, and that's what I love about it. That you can have a person like my first time playing speedball was with those guys on a street ball event.
That was
really enjoyed it.
That was a great day.
I found my level.
Speedball was a tournament.
Pardon me.
Your first time playing speedball was in a street ball.
Was a street ball tournament?
Yeah. They loaned me an ETHA 2, and off I went.
That's a rough way to jump into the speedball scene.
It was awesome because the people were super inviting. They were super welcoming to a new player. And I've discovered my line of where I want to play speedball. I don't want to play housely. Like I look at like EPPL. Excuse me. They're a little more serious than I like. I'm too much of a goofball that I want to just go out there and screw around and have fun.
Yeah.
I don't want to go into, this is an argument Brad and I, or discussion Brad and I have been having. I don't want to go into somebody else's party and have my own fun, because that's my problem, is I go to entertain myself. And I don't want to enforce my will of my own entertainment and ruin everybody else's fun. So me going to EPPL and whining and complaining that they're wiping and they're doing stuff that's kind of generally accepted in speedball.
Let's be honest, professional paintball, wiping is a skill.
It's part of the sport. Fighting is a part of hockey. A little bit of the listen, if the ref don't see it, they don't call it. Same thing in soccer. We let that stuff slide. That's not how I play. So I have no place to go there and act like that and complain about it.
That.
Yeah,
like somebody who would go. I realized it this year that I was kind of an unnamed speedball player in the Moncton community, in the Moncton area that I played with. I kind of thought he was a jerk, and then I realized that's how I was acting. I'm in his world, and I'm not. He takes it seriously. The man's competitive, and I sometimes forget people are like that.
Yeah.
So it's got to be embarrassing to being called out for wiping. It's got to be embarrassing if you get called out for it.
I hope it is.
I wouldn't know. Called out for it, you know,
I'm a woods ball player, so if I think I got hit, I'm like, yo, I'm hit.
Yeah,
Refs are waving me off. I'm like,
you get a penalty, right?
Yeah.
If you get busted, hot. Yeah, you get busted like wiping and playing on. It's major. You're out. Like,
yeah. Well, wiping.
But that being said,
wiping is major.
It's a skill.
It is.
Oh, yeah.
It is a skill.
Like
that's an argument for another day, but
Supermaning in behind a bunker is not because it looks cool. Let's be honest here. Like,
they're gone.
Right? Yeah.
They're gone.
Yeah. You come back up and you're smeared with paint. The ref can't tell what you picked up off the ground and what you got hit with off the break. It doesn't matter. You know what I mean? So
you've seen me rub up against bunkers and just like smear myself and come off covered in paint. I'm like,
it's all
Black Ball, the Bobby Dukes story. Great flick. For those of you listening on the radio, check that out. get a kind of an idea, a good idea of parody paintball, but it's still fun. Gives you something to laugh at.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's that. Walking on to street ball at the Moncton Field is the 15th. So I'd like to see some more people come out. Just come out and try it. And if we've got experience, we've got semi-pro guys that show up. We've got a certain. She was in the chat earlier. Miss Brown has showed up and slapped me around more than once.
Put on a clinic.
Heather Brown has. I've seen her. She'd had a wobbly pop or two, and she still ran everybody. It was sickening, and I chugged up my fat self, kind of running up, and she could have heard me coming a mile away, and painted me kneecap to chin, and then goes, "What?" I'm like, I knew I shouldn't have done that, and she laughed. She's sweet. So you get all sorts of range of players.
Mm-hmm.
So come out, please, everybody. I'm moving right along. That was a 5-minute ad, and I'm sorry.
No, it was good, man. It was good. It was
That's a lie. I'm not sorry at all.
It was organic.
Oh, hello, Frank.
And then Frank enters the chat. Cool, man. So let's talk about the field, because you guys have done a ton of upgrades to the field in the last year.
Oh yeah.
So I want to run down those, because I mean the Joust is going to be great, but like if you could run the greatest event in the world, but if it's a garbage field, it's not going to do great. But from the looks of it, like you guys have an entire construction crew.
Yeah,
like,
we do. Thanks, guys. Thank you.
I'm thinking like looking at like Moncton, and it's just like cool. We're gonna get some work done in the field. And it's like 2 dudes show up. You guys have like I was looking for the foreman. Like they're
Well, you know what?
She's off camera.
That's really been just to be in a club. Honestly, the players are invested. They want the field to be as best as it can be, and they show up. Like, you know what? There was a really nasty windstorm two months ago.
Yeah.
Mhm.
2 months ago,
That was April.
and I didn't take my netting down after a scrim day, and I rolled up the next day, and my netting was completely shredded. Like, couldn't play anymore. Like, this netting is a write-off. It was bad.
Cables were ripped out of the pole.
Yeah, like,
Wow.
It was bad.
and the net, like, I think I posted about it in our Facebook group, and like 2 days later, I had 8,
Yeah.
8 or
Nine or
Yeah,
10
that's
hours.
true.
just under a dozen guys that showed up, and we banged it out in like 3 hours, fixed
Yeah,
everything.
I saw it. Yeah.
I love you guys. That's awesome.
Yeah, so like that's the club vibe. Like the players, they take care of things, and it's nice to have that.
You know what? Honestly, you keep mentioning this club and the idea of it being a club. I really think that you could do like a little seminar on a regular basis to teach field owners how to develop that club-like mentality. Because like a
Yeah,
field,
I wouldn't do it. It would be Mel. Mel
okay,
would
great,
have to-
Mel then,
Mel would
right?
have to
Like,
fix that,
Mel
yeah.
can make the notes. We'll just read it.
Yeah.
I'm thinking like this idea of the camaraderie and the quality of life that is offered through being a club and having they're financially invested. They're paying for a membership, but they're also emotionally invested. It's their field, right? It's their club.
Yep.
Field owners, I mean, they got to make money, absolutely, but to build that dedication, to build that foundation, have those people that are emotionally and financially invested in the field would be a huge opportunity for so many places, especially a field that maybe struggling a little bit. They can't quite get their feet underneath them, but they just need to learn how to build that club mentality. I think it's a great thing, honestly.
I think a big aspect of it for NME is I'm a player. So like I built the club like how I like things as a player, right? And with businesses, it's you got to succeed. You got to pay people. You got to pay staff. You got to have a payroll.
Our profits go back in the club.
Exactly. Like we don't have a payroll, so like it's definitely a different model
For sure.
that
I just think
wouldn't
some of the
work for
aspects,
businesses,
some of the
but some of the aspects could be brought over to it. Absolutely.
Like one of the things being built now, we're building showers.
Yeah.
So you'll be able to have a shower after your match.
Yeah.
Oh,
Right?
That's amazing.
Hot shower.
Hot showers.
Hot shower in the woods.
In the woods.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
That'll be done for the
That'll
test.
be
You
done.
guys will be able to bathe. Filthy heathens.
Naked, naked in the woods.
don't
Perfectly
tempt
fine
me.
with-
Like you can ask Tom. Don't tempt me,
Frodo.
I will shower 15 times a day if I can.
Yeah.
Lots of water.
Yeah, there's lots. So yeah, that's
shower
like
more
you
than
were
any
asking
human I
about
know.
things that were going on. That's one of the improvements that we're doing this year.
You guys built that barbecue deck and the picnic tables.
Oh yeah, there's like a cooking deck for the people that are cooking now.
The full light system for the night ball games.
The lights should be going up Monday.
New
we
bunkers.
got a new field set. We're clearing some more parking this weekend.
For 100 cars.
100
100 by 100 pad is being cleared for more parking.
Parking, yeah. We built new fill stations this year as well.
Yeah, that was a thing.
Yeah.
Wow.
We had to. Our fill stations got a little bit jacked up on one of our practice days, and it was like time to redo it. So we built a new fill station, like a double. So there's been a lot of upgrades this year so far.
It's funny because like you're just like, oh, these are just the upgrades this year, and I'm thinking, man, I've seen some fields take 5 years to do some of this stuff. Like,
well, the thing is, we get input from the players, right?
Yeah.
So if they can request something that they want, and if the budget calls for it, we take a vote on it. And if it's something they want, we'll put it in, right? Goes in.
I love that.
Players can openly speak to us and speak to Dan, Mel, whoever, come up to us and ask us if they request something built or that's needed for the club or whatever, and we'll take a vote on it. And
I think some of the members are working on Mel to do a pool.
A pool. So you're talking about getting a pool.
Pool is definitely.
Yeah.
Pool is.
I think there might be a pool there next year.
Tom, we're
You
moving.
have to shower first.
Shower first.
You
Yeah.
have to shower first. And then
Let's not talk crazy talk. I will go visit. I'm staying right where I am. Thank you
I'm
very
moving.
much.
It's fine.
No peek.
Let's move.
Get the tunnel. I'll come visit. Start digging the tunnel, boys.
Amazing. So the I have one I'd like to put in something to be voted on because I saw it on Instagram like 2 days ago. Have you guys seen the lighting system that Paintball Fit put into their field?
oh, that thing is their field is so nice.
The UV lights with the glow paint.
No, no UV lights. It'll look like everybody's there. It'll look like a Jackson Pollock, dude.
That looks like so much fun, black.
Right.
But we're not doing that park. We won't have that. But
Oh,
maybe
there might be a
year.
filter we can
Maybe
throw
next
on.
year we work on that.
There might be a filter
I can
we
only
throw on.
imagine what those black lights must actually, and like the pain of swapping them out or putting an entire second light system in just
They have
for
like
UV.
they have
Like,
like a grid over their field of lighting, don't they?
yeah,
It's not like just a few spot or floodlights.
no,
a
it's
full
like
grid.
it's a grid of LED strip, like of like large LED lights, like overhead lights, and they just run the length of the field. But I think it's every. If I had to judge it, it looks almost like 5x5 squares, or maybe
Yeah,
4x4.
it's a 5x5.
Yeah, you got to get the light angles right, or you're going to get shadows and dark
Shadows, yeah.
spots.
Yeah.
And people, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You
Oh,
gotta
this
get
thing
it
is
right.
this thing
Every-
is so bright you
by
can see it
every
from space.
Yeah.
That is a premier facility.
Oh, it's fantastic. I want to go visit. I'd love to go visit Paintball Fit.
Wubba lubba dub dub. Get out of here. By the way, you can use the promo code Nightmare PB in a lot of different places. Place that ends in hub. I know you can use it there to get a discount. Einder is another one. Oh, you can also use it and get G Fuel cheap. So I've heard. Go ahead, try it out. It'll be funny.
But G Fuel, I've tried. You know what? I would.
My coworkers drinks it.
I can't. I've tried. Not to get like too in the weeds on this one, but like when I was working for Jump Plus, one of my part timers brought it in because they were like a sponsor or whatever. They got sponsored through Twitch or something. Anyways, they brought it in and they were just like, "Oh, try this." I was like, "Cool," and I drank it down, and then like 15 minutes later, I was sprinting to the bathroom. So.
Oh man.
Ew.
Didn't agree.
No, it's too much caffeine too fast, and it's too easy to drink because it's not carbonated. So you just kind of you can.
Very chuggable.
Yeah, it's super
My
chuggable. So
coworker drinks it. I'm gonna go steal some from him tomorrow.
oh, dude, your body goes from 0 to 200 milligrams of caffeine that fast. It is just like, nah, bro, we ain't doing this. And it's oof.
Like that.
Okay, so I'm gonna need Nightmare. Use that promo code. Get me some of that before we leave next week.
No, because the paintball one is transfused. They're the ones that are like backing all the paintballers.
Okay.
Yeah. And I've got mad respect for them because they're the only caffeine supplement company I've ever heard use the term microdosing caffeine.
What?
Yeah, they did on one of their Instagram posts. I was looking at them the other day, and it was like do 1 scoop a day, or it's like you could do do a smaller scoop every 3 hours, and they're like microdose caffeine. I was like, that's what have you been my whole life? Yeah,
There he goes.
I'm never gonna sleep again.
Oh, speaking of delicious sponsorships, one of our other cool sponsors is Nova Paintball.
Yeah, that Hellion got so many comments over the weekend. It's a shame it didn't work.
Yeah, well, I told you it was thirsty for oil, and I told you guys to use, and I told you guys to size your paint. That wasn't my fault. But once they put the size,
there was a lot
Novas
easier.
Are awesome. I love my. I paid for my bloody Odin, just for the record, so I'll say what I want about it. It's a caulker for people who don't want to deal with a caulker. It puts the paint where you want it. Efficient on air. I like it better than the Hellion in terms of how it points and how it feels. And everybody who has fired it has gone,
Yeah.
okay, this
Nice.
is cool. I'm gonna bring it with me a D-Day, and I'm gonna bring it with me to NME too.
Yeah,
just so you
the
guys
Hellion's
can see it.
coming out too. We're gonna get the Hellion out for a good proper test.
There's such
Is
a
the
fun
Hellion the
marker.
one that's more like a speedball style?
No, that's the Dreadnought. The Dreadnought looks like every speedball marker on the market.
Yeah.
The Hellion looks like a speedball marker but fat.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like
just go
around
look.
two.
Yeah, like it's but not as chunky as the Odin.
I love you, Bob
Okay.
Jack.
So, but
Is the only one that the barrel reciprocates?
no, the Hellion is the one that it reciprocates. Which we ran into that issue at the field where it wasn't reciprocating. Turns out it was user error. But anyways, we did get it to work by manually oscillating the barrel. So where the barrel has to push back to pick up the ball and then fire it, we couldn't get it to work properly. So what we did is we just pushed the barrel back and then pulled the trigger. It was like
Turn it into a pump.
except it was where a pump is like you go click clack and then you fire. This is you have to like hold it back and then fire and then let go and then pull it again and then fire. So there's like 3 actions that you have to do. It's very awkward. I couldn't get the coordination down right, but a friend of ours, Jacob, did, and he went on the field with it. He's like, "This is like the greatest thing ever."
They just released their Destroyer, which is a semi-auto, and then you can flip a switch and it becomes a pump.
That's pretty cool.
It answers the question that nobody asked for,
Yeah.
but it's so cool.
It is
Like,
cool.
it's
Yeah,
neat.
it is.
And it's got a tournament lock on it, so you can set if it's like pump only match or whatever, you can actually lock it. You open up, I think it's under the handle. You open it up, you like use an Allen key to like lock it and then close it up, so it can't accidentally switch back over.
Oh, that's
So
cool.
yeah.
That's smart.
All of their stuff is engineered to a point where if I look at it funny, it might hiccup a little bit. But when you've got it dialed in and broken in, I think that Hellion's going to be an absolute savage. And the Odin is just perfect.
Are you playing the Joust with it?
Yes.
Do you guys
Why
need-
wouldn't you?
Do you need?
Oh no, I
speakers?
have a shocker that by
I've got an
by
E-Tech
the
3.
grace of somebody, it's going to be up and running. If not, I might borrow something. He's got an E-Tech.
I got tons of gats for you guys. It's no
Sweet.
problem.
The E-Tech needs to be rebuilt. We had an issue with a bonnet.
I can hook you up with one.
Yeah.
A bonnet on one of the tanks shredded, and so the tank sucked up a bunch of aluminum powder. So
No.
I've got to rebuild the rag, which it's an E-Tech 3, and I don't know the last time it was clean, so the rag probably needs to be rebuilt anyways. So but it's not a big deal. I'll just rip it apart over the
I'll
weekend.
hook 'em up with the GSL.
Yeah, you guys will have really nice speedball markers.
I'll hook you up with a GSL to shoot.
No, because then I'm going to want to buy one,
Yeah.
and I'm already in the shit for spending money on not the wedding.
So the Joust is happening in Kirkfield at NME's Field for that guy who's asking in the chat for his friend. He should definitely tell his friend to come out.
Now, do we really want
on out, bud.
do we really want YouTubers there though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on. That looked good.
It was
course.
funny. It was a joke. It was a joke. Oh no, actually,
we don't.
he's that's
we
Well,
Nightmare's a good dude. That's Brian. He's I took him to his first paintball game. I introduced him to paintball.
He shot me in the bum on TikTok.
Yeah, Sheldon. Yeah.
we have a So we were just talking. We have a professional photographer coming for the Joust as well.
Sheldon.
Yeah, Sheldon's coming out.
Oh,
He's a beauty.
sadly, Kat, I don't believe
Wait.
From Kat's Customs isn't going to be able to make it. But
Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. You said Sheldon Carlos?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Carlos?
Yeah.
How do you pronounce his last name?
Carlos.
I think it's Carlos.
Okay, perfect. Excellent. He's a oh my God, he's an amazing photographer. The
Yeah.
best part about
Yeah,
it,
yeah.
like,
He's really good.
I just love that, like especially at like big games where you see him and he's taking pictures and you see him and you see him and then the whistle goes and he vanishes for 8 hours and then he comes back
Yep.
and he's just got all these photos. I'm like, where were you?
I
It's the
never
exact same
recognize
thing
him when I
on
see
Malta,
him.
too. The first time we had him out, she was like, I didn't see him all day. She was worried. She's like, I don't think many photos got taken. I didn't see him. And then he posted them, and
That's
Tom Deere.
he's like hidden, but takes
Yeah.
the most phenomenal shots.
yeah. He's an expert at seeing you, but you
Captures everything.
yeah.
Just-
Yeah. Yeah, he does.
Which I think is why his photos look so good because you don't get a chance to pose. Everything is canon. Everything is like in the moment.
But everything that's all.
I remember walking past him and I looked right at him. He had all the camera gear, like it was Sheldon. He was working, and I looked right at him and I'm like, oh, that guy's got a lot of nice rig. I wonder if he talked to Sheldon. And I kept walking because he just, for whatever reason, it didn't quite click that it was him because I was Honey Badger. So yeah, I wasn't really clear thinking that day. So, but I don't think I've seen any of his pictures that I didn't enjoy.
Yeah, yeah.
Awesome. Sorry, I'm getting messages from people. So yeah, we definitely
Anybody
need to get
interesting?
him out to the Joust. That would be dope if we can get Brian. What did we say? It was Brian, the guy behind the Nightmare PB YouTube channel. That's what we're calling him now because he doesn't want to. It's weird calling him Nightmare.
Yeah.
So
Brian from the Nightmare PB channel.
that's it. Yes, that was it.
I can't.
So yeah, we've got about 8 minutes. So why don't you folks run down? Give me the highlights of like why people should show up, what there is, what they're going to experience. Give me the whole thing, and then we'll play you out.
You should show up because it's going to be a really, really fun event, just in general. The food, the vibe, the format is awesome to play and to watch. Like, even if you don't want to play, you can still come out and spectate. And the Joust, the one-on-one format's just fantastic to watch.
Yeah, it's fast and fun.
Yeah. And then the party at night, which is invite only, but if you know somebody, we can probably get you in.
Ooh, VIP.
It's going to be a really, really good day. You'll get to see the
Hang on,
club
I'll
dynamic.
I'll message the old lady. She'll get me in.
Yeah.
I got to hook up. I'm good.
Oh, at least once over the weekend, I want to be able to angrily yell at somebody. Do you know who I am?
You can.
Just do it.
Fantastic.
I'll give you a loudspeaker for that.
Oh yes.
You have the megaphone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Don't.
We're
don't-
looking forward to seeing you come out and experience what we've created and what
Oh.
we've done for the industry, and it's going to be a great day. We're looking forward to it a lot.
I love it. I can't wait, man. I can't like it's gonna be bittersweet because I feel like in my gut I'm gonna go to this field, I'm gonna play a bunch of paintball, and then I'm gonna come back to New Brunswick and I'm just gonna go, oh, I'm gonna be spoiled in Ontario, and then
With this.
and then have,
party,
Well, I mean-
yeah.
and then come back to reality. It's like coming back from vacation. You know what I mean? You go to a resort for a week and like you get pampered and everything, and then you come back to
Yeah,
reality, and it's like, oh yeah. But yeah,
Yeah.
Love
We
our
do-
local
we do
fields.
pretty well up there. It's a nice place to play. You get really good air, like good paint, good people. It's fun.
I love
Sounds
it.
like a nice place. Sounds like some
Yeah.
pretty nice people hang out around there. I'm
And then
looking
the
forward.
food, like, really, it's ultimately about the food. I think the food's what really drives the club more than anything else.
So what you're saying is you actually have like a unlicensed restaurant that features paintball.
Yeah.
Yeah, barbecue, flat top.
Yeah.
Deep
I'm sure
fryers.
they follow all the Canada Safety Food Safety Guide.
I hope not. The food tastes better
Thanks,
when it's
sir.
more reckless. No, I'm just sorry, just thinking
Right.
like it's like go to McDonald's for the playpen, go to NME for the paintball field.
That was a good one.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
come out even if it's full and you have some friends that want to come out with you guys that just want to hang out and see it for the day, like bring them out.
It honestly sounds like it would be a great time for somebody to come and hang out. Like, you don't have to play.
Exactly.
There's going to be enough people, enough things.
It's one-on-one. So, like, most of the people that are there are not playing most of the time.
Yeah,
right?
It's also way more spectacle, too, right? Like, if you're not a paintball player, 1v1's the thing to watch.
Yes. People that don't know paintball can watch this format and understand.
Like spouses, partners, friends who have nothing else to do on that Saturday. Like, come hang out, watch paintball.
Exactly.
It gets real exciting.
It does.
It does.
It does. Especially when somebody's on there. Like,
if you're on a streak, like when Dylan here was on that streak, everybody was going. It's really exciting. Everybody goes wild. Everybody's cheering for the person. It's a great time.
People behind the net are screaming and yelling at the players on the field too. So it's a lot of fun. It's very intense.
Oh, sweet. So we're allowed to chirp people while they're playing.
Well, we kind of
go dead silent, or do we yell at them when we're playing? Because I'll be honest, you can yell all you want at me, because I'll yell right back at you. I don't care if you're on the sidelines.
I think chirping is okay. We don't want to do too much coaching from the sidelines.
Oh, no.
No, he means is he allowed to call the other person names?
Oh, I'm going to make fun of them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, good. Making sure.
Cool. Can we get a scoreboard for that too? Like, can we score the chirping on a? It's like you lost the match, but you won the chirping.
Someone call Shorzy and get him to come down.
We could come up with a rule for like the best chirp of the match, like scores an extra point for the team. If you just drop
you need you know how like every TV show in like the 90s had like they had like the clap-o-meter where it was just like the harder the audience claps and like you need like the ooh meter, so it's just like when somebody just drops a good chirp and it was just like ooh.
Extra point. Oh, extra point for them.
I love it. Yeah. Awesome. So yeah, we've got about 2.5 minutes. So,
hang on, let me check my book here. Let me check the book. Let me check the good book, and let's see what it says about people that we like tonight.
We get till 9:00 Eastern time, and I will take every second of that time slot that I get.
I'm not allowed to state my opinion on Joe Rogan anymore.
Nope.
King's Glass in Fredericton. Go check them out. Good friend of mine. He blows
custom glass blown.
Custom glass.
Yeah.
You can use the best promo code in all of the Fredericton area, Big Black Sam. If you know who he is, you know what that promo code means. Go use it. Trust me, it's awesome. That's not it. Oh, Ninja Paintball. You can use a promo code there and get yourself a discount. We'd appreciate it. Just for fun. See what happens. I doubt anything. They don't care about us. They just know that we're here.
Make good tanks. Make good tanks and regs.
They do make good tanks and regs. It's why
everybody has a Ninja tank somewhere.
That's why I'm a little sad that my next tank is probably going to be a Vulcan tank just for like cost, just to get me back on the field this year. So
that's fair.
That's all it is. It's just I just need back on the field ASAP, and I need a tank that works. So, but yeah.
Cat. AXP, the Airsoft guys are playing this weekend. Oh, AXP, the 30th in New Brunswick here is going to be our big game. And we're having a big game. We're trying one. We want to get it going. So everybody get in touch with us. Check out us on Facebook. We'll give you more details because the guy who's organizing the game is awesome. The guy who's working the game, who's writing the story is going to be awesome. I'm excited.
Excellent.
I want a big game in New Brunswick.
Yeah, it's going to be a good time. Okay, folks, the NME crew, all of it, because I've forgotten all of your names. Thank you so much for. I'm going to be honest about it. I'm going to be honest. Everyone's going to get called Bud when I'm down there. Thank you so much for coming on and chatting with us. For everyone who hung out in the chat with us, even though I couldn't see the chat for some reason, thank you so much. I'm sure the comments were flowing in great. Tom was seeing them, fantastic. For everyone who liked and shared, truly, truly appreciate it. And for those of you out there listening on 97.9 CHSR FM, truly appreciate you tuning in. Find us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, Maritime Paintball Podcast. And that's it, folks. Until next week, cheers.